Welcome back to Anthony Lee Raw. Taking a look today at Nosana on the weekly time frame. Guys, this is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you Nosana key levels and macro targets for accumulation. Guys, stick with me. Watch this video. I'm going to show you how you can make tons of money doing some simple spot trades on the macro level without investing a single nickel more. Let's say your coin is going to 5x. Let's just say it's going to 5x, guys. I can show you how you could 30, 40, 50x your return on investment, even on a 5x coin, which I do think Nosana is going to do better than that, but that's not the point. Just stick with me. I'm going to show you how I've done it in the past. We do it in the VIP Discord. Jump on over to the VIP Discord, AnthonyLeeRaw.com. Join our VIP Discord, and we do this on a daily basis, guys. We're going to make a fortune. But let's look at this. All right, I'm looking at Nosana. I have bull run price prediction videos out there. Go check them out. Go to the YouTube channel. Click on the videos tab. Scroll down. I've got all the Nosana stuff right here. Nosana from a week or so ago. Scroll on down. I've got the bull run price prediction. It's here somewhere. I'm sure I've already passed it. It's on here. There it is, guys, right there. Go check it out if you want the full rundown. This is how we're going to accumulate this, though, and spot trade this. Pay attention. This is important. I'm telling you guys. And it's going to prevent you from round-tripping your coin, which is, is always a good thing. All right, guys, subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up. You know the good stuff. Do all that for me. All right, so Nosana did a price high of $7.95. This is what I need you to pay attention to. $7.95 in 2024. And at the time, a $219 million market cap with 27 million coins in circulating supply. Fast forward 1 year, you set a price high of $4.54. That's about 40% less than this, $7.95. However, you had the same market cap. So you were equally as bullish at $4.50 as you were at $8. Same thing. This does not mean bearish. You were equally as bullish, but you almost doubled your circulating supply. You went from 27 million to 48 million. Okay, and that is called market dilution. You diluted your supply with token unlocks, which caused price to go significantly lower, even though the same amount of money was in the asset, okay? Here's where it gets important. We now have 100 million coins in the market, and that is full dilution. There will be no more coins added by next cycle, so 100 million, which is double what you were here in 3.5 times what you had at price all-time high of $8, okay? That means in order to reach $8 again, you're going to have to do 3.5 times your all-time high market cap, okay? I'm not saying it can't be done. It is just a major uphill battle, okay? I just want you to be aware of that, okay? I'm not saying it's bad or that I'm against Nosana. Quite the opposite. I love this coin, okay? But just realize and taper your expectations just in case. A lot of people fib price or say it automatically has to go back to price because it's bullish. No, it doesn't. This coin can stay bullish. You could do, for example, like a $500 million market cap, 500 million, which is more than double what you had here, and still not reach $8, okay? Because you have to 3.5x it, not 2x it. 2x it, you still don't reach it. So just be aware. You could have a bullish coin, but not new all-time high price, okay? Let's look at market cap here. These are the market cap levels. So I'm going to show you. It's hard to see on Nosana because Nosana doesn't have a previous bull run. It does have a previous bear market, which is way down here. Super bullish, you can see. But there's no previous bull run for me to show you how this works. So I'm going to show it to you on another coin, but it's the same thing for Nosana. We just don't have previous price action to show it. But what I've gone through on market cap, pay attention on market cap, and I've thrown a Fibonacci on there, okay? And I've thrown what I call key levels, these white lines, on key support and resistance, okay? You can see key support and resistance there, there, right? Down here you got there, support, resistance, same thing all at the top here, resistance, 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 okay? And I've gone and thrown these key levels on the chart for price. Now, how you calculate price, guys, this is important. You need to know this stuff. Price, most people get this wrong. That's why most people round trip their bags or get wrecked. Market cap divided by circulating supply, okay? So what you have to do is take your key level on market cap and divide by your circulating supply, which for Nosana just hit 100 million. It just did. So we're going to do that, and I've identified these key levels, okay? If you want to screenshot these, I'm also going to show you what that'll translate to with market cap retrace levels based on fib. So here are your fib levels based upon market cap retraces. You can't fib price. It doesn't work because your circulating supply is not the same. Look, if I fib this price, I mean, it shows your golden pocket way up here at $5. That is not correct because you have 3.5 extra coins. So these are your accurate fib levels on market cap. And if you don't understand what that means, let me show you on Fetch AI, okay? Fetch AI, now, and I just don't have this to show on Nosana because there was no bull run. But you can see on the right is market cap, on the left is price, okay? And on the right, you see these blue circles that I have. These are clear support and resistance, right? Resistance. You kind of blasted through there, but that was just taken off. But actually, if we were to zoom in here, you could see you did check up there and pull back. Boom, you pull back there, you wicked above it, came down. So it did give you a little bit of hesitation. This is the weekly time frame, so it did take you a couple weeks to get through. But again, you were blasting off for the bull run. And you come back and it was support. You crashed through it here, but that was that October 10th wick where everything dumped like 80%. And then again, support, right? But if you look over on price, right, pay attention to this, price, right here is, there we go, sorry about that. So you can see the vertical white line, right? You see where I am on the left and on the right, the vertical white line, right? And I have this key level marked out with this white line. Let me line it back up for you guys. I have it marked out with the white line, right? But you can see you just blasted through it over here. Blast through, blast through, blast through, blast through, blast. No support or resistance. So why am I throwing this on there? Well, if we fast forward to the right here, you can see it is now support and resistance. You got support, resistance, right? You can see that. But it's actually the same level. And here's what you have to understand, guys. Price didn't all of a sudden decide it was going to respect a price level. That is not how the market works. Price respects market cap levels. It is the same market cap, the exact same, okay? But price was just at different points. And why is that? And let me turn this on for you so you can see on Fetch. It's because at the time you were back here and price was blasting through these levels, you only had 750 million coins on the market, okay? So you're blasting through, right? Even though you were still rejecting on the right side at key support and resistance level on market cap, but price was blasting through, and now all of a sudden it's respecting it down here. Why is that? You went from 750 million coins to 2.3 billion, so your relative price changed compared to that market cap resistance. So the resistance and support level never changed, just the price at which it is respected at changed, okay? And I hope that makes sense. You guys are on Nosana. You're smart enough to understand that. That is why we have these key levels here, and I've marked them out for you. You can see it in the side-by-side here, okay? So it's not necessarily the same levels on price, but you can see it is the levels on market cap that we're going for, okay? We're going for these levels, right? These levels. It may not be the same on price going up. You might fly through some of this because you have now added 3.5 times the coins to your circulating supply. So you're going to have a situation similar to Fetch. So you need to respect these key levels, okay? And let me show you how you can profit here. Let's go back to Fetch real quick, okay? I want to go back to Fetch. And just because I'm going to show you what I did last cycle, and the same thing is going to apply for Nosana. All right. I'm going to clear this up a little bit. I'm going to turn some levels back on here. And believe me, I know you're thinking, why is he showing me Fetch? Because this is how it works. I just don't have a previous bull cycle to show you that on Nosana. All right, but check it out. So here we go. We have previous price action. Here's how you can make money. Here's how you can make a lot of money, guys. All right, let's say that you bought some coins down here on Fetch, okay? Maybe you didn't get the bottom, but you bought down here somewhere, and I'm just going to make up numbers. Let's say you bought at 7 cents. It went to 5. Let's say you bought at 7, okay? And let's say you bought 10,000 coins. 10,000 coins divided by 0.07, 7 cents. Follow me, guys. Do not click off now. Trust me, that's 142,000 coins, okay? Let's put that on the chart. I'm going to show you. You're going to make a lot on Nosana, guys. I know I keep saying it, but I'm telling you, I benefit nothing for you doing this, okay? I'm just trying to help you out. 10K buy at 0.07 cents for 142K fetch, okay? And let's say we have our key levels marked out, and let's say we just ran up and you know, we blasted through. We didn't want to sell here because we're bear market. We're blasting off, okay? So we ran up and we looked for our signals, and we got some bear dips here at this key level right here, right? Okay, so we sold the key level. And let's say you didn't sell the top, right? Let's say you just wanted to make sure it didn't blast through, so you sold as it started coming back down, maybe right there at 52 cents, right? So you sold at 52 cents, .52, okay? Stick with me. That's $74,000, okay? 74,000. Stick with me, guys. Sold at 0.52 for 74K. All right, and then you came back down to this next key level. You retraced to the next key level here, and you got the signals you wanted to see, right? Boom, boom, bullish divergence at a key level. Let's go. So as soon as you reclaim the key level, maybe you didn't get it perfectly, but let's say you rebought it like, I don't know, 20 cents. Right? It went down to 15, 16. Let's say you bought it 20 cents. Divided by .20, okay? Now you have 371,000 fetch, okay? All right, pay attention. Rebuy at 0.20 for 371K fetch. All right? Now we're getting somewhere. So fetch runs all the way up, and let's say you did nothing else. You did nothing else, okay? And fetch runs all the way up to $3.50. But let's say you didn't even do that. Like you just, you know, you didn't know, so you got out. Let's say you sold at $2.20. 2.20. Okay, that's $817,000. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. Sold 2.20 for 817K, okay? You made $817,000 by doing one trade. Now, if you had not done that trade, if you just took your 142,000 fetch, 142 times, 2.20, you would have made $312,000, okay, which is great. You turned 10 grand into $312,000. That's great, but it's not $817,000, okay? You did that by having your key levels based on market cap marked out, and you traded them. You didn't add a single nickel to the market, and you almost tripled your total profit, okay? And here's another bonus, okay? What if, just what if, and I really don't care what you think, but what if you just came up here and you sold because you anticipated rebuying for a run-up, but what if you didn't get the run-up? What if you didn't get the run-up? What if you sold here anticipating a run-up and then it came back down and it kept going? If you had not sold, you're fixing to round trip your bags 4 years. You will be thanking the Lord that you sold here in anticipation of a run-up that never came, and instead you went to a bear market, because that will come at some point. I can't tell you how many people did something like that here, sold, came down, rebought, expecting new highs, and are still holding their coins, guys. So it's a win-win. You can accumulate and ride up. If you get what you need, macro level hit with bearish divergence on a high time frame, you can get what you need to accumulate and ride up for higher profits. And if you don't get it, then you have sold and didn't round trip your bags or sell for a loss or a significantly reduced profit, okay? So you can really do this, guys, and we do this in the Discord, AnthonyLeeRaw.com. Here are your levels, retrace levels, okay? My bull run price prediction for Nosana is $6.50. I think you do. And guys, I know that's not $8, okay? But at $8, let's throw your tokenomics back on. At $8, you had a market cap of 219 million. I'm saying you're going to do 650 million. I'm saying you're going to triple your market cap. So I think Nosana is 3 times as bullish as it used to be. However, you've unlocked so many coins, your price is only going to be $6.50. That is just shy of the 1.618 market cap retrace level. If you only do the best you've ever done, 219 million, you're going to have a price of $2.20. So, you know, take it for what it is. Be ready for one of these levels. Be ready to sell these levels, guys. Something like this. Be ready to sell these levels. And you can accumulate coins, right? Sell, buy, not financial advice. And in the event that you don't get this last run-up leg and you come on down, you will be thankful that you sold one of these key levels, guys. All right, that is it for Nosana. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I will see you guys next time.